Right, you're right about that, sir. And at least 50 high school students in Generoso were taken to a hospital after fainting or feeling dizzy due to the earthquake. Classes in Generoso, about 100 kilometers south of Mane, were suspended in Davao City, home to 5.4 million people and the largest city near the epicenter. Children were evacuated from schools as a precaution, is what we are learning. Brigadier Datta, we have also seen earthquakes, in certain parts of India very recently as well, especially, the northern parts have seen and have in fact witnessed a number of these earthquakes followed by shock waves. The epicenter has been the northwestern part of the country. How do you look at this ecological imbalance, that has become extremely frequent in this part of the world as well?
Well, you are right. That's a very valid question because if you see, there are four seismic zones which are there, and India somehow, the Himalayas and the lower Himalayas, they lie in the highest sensitive seismic zones. Now, the problem which we are facing is that firstly, if you see the population explosion and the kind of population density which is moving up the hills is becoming very, very, alarming. If you see the kind of activities, if you see in Uttarakhand, if you take the example, in last 20 years, 1.8 lakh hectares of forests were cut. So that makes the soil loose. So even if there are, smaller tremors with low intensity, the earth loses its contact with the crust, and you have landslides or the earthquakes which are there. Now, if you see the Char Dham project, which is say about 20,000 vehicles are flying every day. Now, if you see Rishikesh Karan Prayag rail link is being addressed. So I understand that development is required, but we also are disturbing the ecological equation which is there. Because nature has its own definition, nature has its own dimensions. So what we must do is that the regulated, tourism which is there, or the, the theological or the religious tourism which is there. Like earlier, people used to go for these, yatras and all, as a matter of penance or to just, they used to travel on foot. But now everybody wants to, take the vehicle there. Everybody wants to, take all the comforts of life there. So it has become more of a, a religious tourism. So that has to be curbed. And especially like if you see Shimla, if you see Uttarakhand has seen a lot of use of Dharali, how it was damaged so badly. So what, in disasters or in earthquakes, it is not, as if or when, we will have an earthquake. It is when it is going to strike, and the time or the alarm system or the warning which is given, that is very, very less. I mean, you can do sweet nothing about it, except that you can hardly wear your even slippers and get out of the house or the dwelling unit. So what we have to do is we have to, sensitize people. We have to make people aware. If you must have seen in Dharali, this thing in Uttarakhand, the Uttarakhand has done a wonderful job as far as disasters are concerned. Like these Aapta Mitra and all these people have to be made aware of, what can impact them, what actions they should take. Because today's listeners, like I'm so happy that your channel is broadcasting all these things, because today's listeners can be learners, and tomorrow the learners can be volunteers and rescuers. So that is the importance of airing such bulletins, that people have to be forewarned. If they are foreinformed, there will be lesser casualties, and the mankind will also benefit out of all these actions which people have to take.
Right. Dr. Biyani, what do you make of what Brigadier Datta has said, and what lessons are to be learned here when it comes to preparedness for such eventualities if they happen in India?
Yeah, in case of earthquake and in case of landslide, there are two different phenomena. So what precaution we should take in case of earthquake is that our quality of construction should be resistant or seismic resistant. And for that, some mandatory provision should be there that you can construct only house when you follow these guidelines. And these guidelines will vary from place to place. It is not uniform guidelines. For hill slope, this is another guideline. There is a hilltop, another guideline. Plain area, different guideline. So the guideline should vary, and it can be done only after the proper auditing of the area. So what I would like to suggest you here, that we should take out a audit, safety audit. I would like to say safety audit from different angle. Say for example, landslides, snow avalanche, then earthquake, flood, cloud burst, and we should see, or we should identify what is the possibility of damage in different intensity. And if this exercise is taken from village to village level, or from vulnerable area, then we can have very good safety measures there. And once we follow the safety measures, then I think casualty will be less. And if you see this Philippines earthquake, so far report is that there are only 2 casualties. So these 2 casualties because there is they have constructed building in such a way that they are all seismic resistant. And
All right, sir.
if you are
All right, sir.
region,
Appreciate you joining
then
us.
there is no question.
Brigadier Datta, appreciate you joining us as well. We have run out of time. We're going to take a short break. More news and updates on the other side.